Welcome. Today I'm diving into why the Churches of Christ don't use instruments in worship. This topic is fascinating and deeply rooted in their commitment to biblical principles. First, a bit about the Churches of Christ. They are a group of independent Christian congregations that strive to emulate the early church as described in the New Testament. They don't have a centralized governing body, which means each congregation is autonomous. One of their core beliefs is speak where the Bible speaks and be silent where the Bible is silent. This principle guides every aspect of their faith and practice. Now let's get into the heart of the matter: music in worship. The Churches of Christ believe that the New Testament doesn't authorize the use of instrumental music in worship. They reference passages like Ephesians 5:19 and Colossians 3:16, which encourage singing and making melody in the heart to the Lord. Notice, it emphasizes singing, not playing instruments. To them, this silence is not an oversight, but a directive to follow singing exclusively. Another unique aspect is the absence of ordained clergy. Instead of a hierarchical structure, they follow a model more akin to the early church, where elders oversee the congregation, deacons serve, and members participate actively. This approach fosters a sense of community and shared responsibility. Baptism also holds significant importance. They practice baptism by immersion, believing it's essential for the forgiveness of sins and entry into the Christian community. This mirrors the practices of the first century church as depicted in the New Testament. Their aim is to reconstruct the first century church, adhering closely to its teachings and practices. This commitment is reflected in their worship, organization, and daily lives. So let's recap. The Churches of Christ emphasize no instrumental music in worship, as the New Testament is silent on its use, no ordained clergy, fostering a participatory community, and the importance of baptism by immersion. This approach ensures they stay as close as possible to what they believe the early Christians practiced. It's a fascinating expression of faith rooted deeply in Scripture. Thanks for watching. If you found this insight interesting, consider subscribing for more content on religious practices and beliefs. Take care.